What's up? We're straight Monroe. The song is called Slow Down.
Restless legs reappear, stuck in a familiar place. Turnstile lies lost in space, spinning all the walls around you, all around you. Maybe you're the one who changed, maybe you're the one to blame, and time is such a lonely game, and maybe you're the one to. Was it love? Was it love? Slow down. And time is not so lonely when you stop feeling so restless, counting sheep sprung out on a mattress. Dawn is breaking, sunlight fading in. Was it really 8 hours ago you threw your luggage aside for closing the door? What did you come here for? Was it love? Was it love? Slow down. And time is not so lonely. Was it love? Was it love? Slow down. And time is not so lonely. Becoming lost, becoming dated, becoming satisfied in here, becoming less, becoming bound. So stalled, becoming drained, becoming satisfied in here, becoming wheels in this machine. So what? Becoming aware, becoming colorful again, becoming faster than I've ever felt before. Was it love? Was it love? Slow down. Was it love? Was it love? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
You take a stab at it. You tell me who Straight Monroe is.
I feel Straight Monroe's. I mean, I feel like it's the story of Blake as a songwriter, right? Like, he started this band a long time ago, and there's been a few different iterations of it. But I mean, as it currently stands, it's Blake, it's myself, and it is our drummer Evan Dadswell, who couldn't be here with us today. Unfortunately, had a little dog emergency. I think his dog is going to be fine now. And yeah, best wishes out to Evan's dog. And we recently brought a new bass player on. His name's Ryan, and we're really excited about this lineup. We think that this is going to take us to some new places we haven't been before, both musically and hopefully as far as songs that people like.
Yeah, I think when we started this band, I was in school at SDSU. It was more of just like a hustle for me, and I think now we all work 9-to-5 jobs. We have lives, and so this is like an outlet for us more than anything. I think it was a shift of like mindset to be more about COVID took a lot of this away from us, and being able to have this back now I think has been really special. But also getting to do it with guys that I call really good friends is also just a really special and great thing to be able to continue to do. So really grateful for that.
Yeah, I feel like COVID and the whole pandemic really changed. Obviously, doesn't need to be said, the scene, but it also coincided with a transition that I think we had too, where coming out of this, we all, like you said, we all work corporate jobs for better or for worse, and it definitely a little bit changes the way you come to your music. It definitely doesn't take away from how much we love doing it. It's absolutely like what gets us up in the morning. I think, at least for me, to have that outlet to work that other side of my brain versus what I'm doing the rest of the day. But yeah, so I think it's cool to be, for me personally, first time in my life where I'm in a band where everyone is kind of on the same page about what their lives are like, and we all just get along so well. Like sometimes we get together, we don't even play music, we just drink beer, and like
when in San Diego.
I feel like that's part of what, to me, that you need to have that, because you got to work real hard, and sometimes it gets tough, but you have to know each other and
have that outlet for sure. Yeah,
have that friendship.
I think there's two that stand out. So we were playing a show. This is actually, Matt had a brief stint in the band when it was a few guys that, as Brett Collin and myself, original members of Straight Monroe. We played at House of Blues Anaheim in the Parish, which is like a side room. I played with a band called Weathers, touring band from I think New York or LA. They're really cool guys, and we got to open for them. That was just incredible to be able to do that and play on a stage that I've seen so many acts on. But I think also just as a unit, we were really tight at that time, and I think we had a lot of energy, and it was just the perfect culmination, I think, of all the hard work of the first few years of the band to be able to play a show like that. Was really special. So I'll always remember that moment. And I think it was crazy. I had really bad laryngitis at the time, so to be able to even do that and get it done was really special.
I had been in the band for like a few weeks.
I think you're still learning songs that they have in the dressing room.
We because of your throat issues, we changed the set list in the green room like 30 minutes before our set, and we included a song that I had never played before. And so all the guys were just like having beers and hanging out, and I was just like trying to
sweating bullets,
trying to learn the song. And like the whole set, I was so scared for the song to come. And then after that song happened in the set, it was like all downhill.
Absolutely, yeah. So worked with the videographer. I was a coworker of mine at a previous job. His name's Romeo Schuffe. Incredibly talented videographer, just creative mind. Matt and I had written a group of songs that became an EP called the Slow Down EP. And
wrong name.
What's that? Yeah,
that's not the name of the EP.
What's it called?
It's the start. We can always start over
EP. Man, that's okay. All right. Well, see, that's how much I know now. But anyway, so we have the song "We Can Always Start Over," and brought to Romeo, and we're just like, hey, we want to do a video. We want to look sort of like just a little more indie, a little bit more colorful, like vibrant, and catch people's attention. And he just took it and ran. We filmed it in Tecate in the mountains. It was bone-chilling cold in December. I didn't think it got that cold down there. We had like hand warmers and everything, and there was drones, and I was like running after a car. I mean, it was just an amazing set, and to be a part of that. There was a crew of like 20 people or about 15 people.
About 10 to 15.
Yeah.
But it was more than, I think, any of us, a bigger production than any of us had ever been involved in.
Yeah.
Before. I mean, this guy, he did an amazing job putting a crew together. I think there were it was kind of the situation where a lot of people were like doing, I wouldn't call it internships, but learning how to do video stuff. And so basically he got a bunch of cheap or free labor to
Grateful
put this huge
for that.
crew together.
Yeah, it was a multi-location shoot. We did most of it in the mountains, and then we came to this studio in Tijuana to finish up some of the shots and to be able to like mix those together. We had filmed all these shots, and we're like, we don't really know what it's going to look like, and Romeo just blew our expectations away. So it was probably the greatest experience I've ever had working with a creative outside of this immediate group of bandmates. So highly recommend you check it out. Highly recommend if you want a music video, hit up Romeo. He's really.
He lives in Vegas now.
Yeah, he's in Vegas. Super creative guy though.
Local love.
Yeah, well, first of all, shout out to Danny Ortega and Rosina. I think what they've done for this community, has been amazing. I think another one that comes to mind is Benches. Those guys are great. I know there's been a few iterations of the band, but I love watching them and watching them grow. I think it's been really great to see that. And then the boys in Aviator Stash, we just saw them at a street fair in Solana Beach, and that was really cool. I mean, they're always a good show. So those are my two. What about you, Matt?
I've been really liking what Creature Canyon's been doing lately. They put out a cover of, God, what was that song? I can't, the name's escaping me, but I thought that was really well done. And honestly, it's been really fun to follow what Sitting on Stacy has done with their careers. Opened up for the Jonas Brothers. That's pretty dope. And doing, I think they recently just did a whole national tour. So that was pretty awesome to see. It's cool to see bands from San Diego, get out, and like, scene here is pretty tight knit. I think there's not a ton of bands that are doing that, and so it's cool when you see, especially young guys, kind of do it on their own, and build that following organically. Yeah. They're doing it the new school way with TikTok and putting covers out, and like during the pandemic, they crushed it with that. So it's just cool to see. We're actually filming this in the middle of a little bit of a break. I definitely wouldn't call it a hiatus. We just like during the month of June this month, like a bunch of members of our band, like only 2 of us are here right now. Like we're going on trips and just kind of taking some time. We are coming back from that. We've got a lot of like half-written songs, and we've got some shows that we're putting on the calendars for July and August. But really, planning on coming back from this and putting together with, like I mentioned earlier, we feel like we have a really solid lineup right now. We have a really good like understanding of what our sound is going to be moving forward. We've been really into this like 80s new wave inspired thing, and we kind of want to carry that through into whether it's an EP or an album, or I don't know if we have the bandwidth for a full album at the moment, but like a string of singles, like we don't know in what form it's going to take. We definitely have some song ideas we're really, really excited about. I don't think they will be heard until probably the fall at the earliest, but there's stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah, a lot of Logic files, a lot of things to dig through and to get through.
Files.
Yeah.